We are so glad that you took the time to come today. And first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Tina Kraft, and I'm a member of the Dan Peek Foundation. And we put this luncheon together for the Hughes Station and Almost Home residents. So we are so glad that you're able to be here today. We're going to have lots of fun. So thank you. So the first one I would like to introduce is actually the founder and president of the Dan Peek Foundation, and that is Miss Mickey Carwin. Okay, and then the next person, we thought maybe we'd have a few more Hispanics, so we actually have a translator with us today. So we actually have Monica Gonzalez. She's translating Spanish. Does everyone speak English that's out here, or do we need a translator during the fashion show? No, not good. Okay. Okay, great. So thank you so very much. And lunch is going to be served shortly, and as dessert is being served, that's when we're actually going to have our models come out and do the fashion show, and then you're going to see our gorgeous free makeovers. And if you see them, they look really, really awesome. So, and I'd like to introduce the rest of the board of the Dan Peek Foundation. So first of all, we have Vicki Sellers, and Vicki is our treasurer. And Donnie and she's actually from, did I pronounce your last name right? Beto. And Donnie is actually right here from Brighton, and she is our secretary. Okay. So, and Vicki's actually going to give just a little bit of a blurb about Dan Peek and what our mission is and what we are all about. So,
thank you. Thank you again, everyone, for coming. You may not know this, but this is the premier event for the Dan Peek Foundation. We've done a few little fundraisers, but this is the first time we're doing something as far as giving back to the community. Dan Peek was an extraordinary man. He also happened to be my father. And he's a man who, at a very young age, lost his hearing. He was able to speak because he'd had enough hearing before he lost his hearing, but he did have a very strong speech impediment. As an adult, he was paralyzed one whole side of his body. So he went from a businessman to poverty. I mean, this is back when I was in 5th grade, so it was decades and decades ago. So they didn't have the social programs they have today, and he really struggled. He struggled a lot, and he knew what poverty was about. All throughout his struggles, throughout his life, he would preach to me certain values, and those were to always be honest with yourself first, and then with other people, to work hard, to get a good education, and to never be prejudiced, to always get to know people, not take people at face value, but to get to know them. So in forming the Dan Peek Foundation, our goal is, and our mission, is to provide opportunity, whether it's through educational programs, whether it's through programs like this, where it can be fun, but it also is a learning experience to help that person get the next job interview, help them to be able to just build that confidence in order to be able to reach a little bit farther than their boundary. And we're just really excited to have this opportunity. We thank you so much for being here. We thank so many of our donors. And, you know, more people may come in. If not, they're lost. We got great food. And just thank you very much for being part of, especially the first event of the Dan Peek Foundation.
there was a lot of people that made this event possible, and we're going to thank most of those afterwards, but we have a couple of ladies here right now, Renee and Kim, if you would mind coming up. They're actually providing our daycare today, and for My Little World, that's just right down the street. So, that way. Okay, so and Kim is our owner. So Kim, thank you so very much for volunteering that. We really, really appreciate it. And Renee is one of the directors. So yeah, they're providing the daycare so you ladies could sit here and enjoy a nice, peaceful, relaxing lunch. Isn't that great for Saturday afternoon? And a fashion show on top of it. So, and they also went to a lot of trouble to get Anthony's Pizza to deliver the pizzas to be able to feed the children that are over there in the daycare as well. So thank you ladies so much for doing that. Okay, so now lunch is going to be served, so enjoy your lunch, and then in a little bit we'll have that great fashion show.